Serafina and I were at a entrepreneurial book club where Stephanie never read the right book. And
Stephanie was terrible at this book club.
I really sucked at book club.
I did
Fabulous. What?
I just had a visual. I just had a
It was a
visual.
lot.
I had a visual.
Proud of it. How you doing?
Good morning, boys and girls. How are you?
Hey, it's Thursday.
Look at us.
Yeah, we didn't mean to do this.
No, I walked downstairs and I went, oh.
I see what you did there. It's often, at least maybe once every other week, we dress alike somehow.
Somehow. Yeah, somehow. I think we've been together for too long.
I don't know, right?
Maybe our spouses should start to worry.
Well, tomorrow's Mari Day,
Yeah,
right?
Tomorrow's Mari Day, folks.
It's
First
a
of
big
all,
day.
tomorrow's Mari Day. March 1, M-A-R, that's Mari Day. So if you see either one of my Maris, Mari the older or Mari the younger, please wish them a happy Mari Day. And it's also, for our folks, friends in Attleboro who are watching, it's Steve Carroll's birthday.
Happy birthday, Steve.
Steve Carroll was our state representative in Attleboro for a very long time. And if I had taken his advice, my career trajectory would have been totally different.
For the good or for the bad?
I suspect it would have been for the good. When he was getting ready to step aside, he encouraged me to run. And I didn't. It was I wanted to.
Yeah.
But back then, there was a quote unquote full-time salary, but it really wasn't.
Oh.
And you needed to be either single, as Steve was, or a lawyer, or an accountant, or owns your own business, or financially independent.
Gotcha.
So I decided not to run.
You're like, that's not going to work for me.
That's not going to work. No. And our the person who ran on the Republican side was a good friend of mine from the city council, John Lepper, and he won. And I found out later that the only person the Republican Party was afraid was going to run who could beat them was me.
Oh.
So I could have been State Representative Hank Sennett.
You could have been a contender.
I could have been a contender. And here's the thing. I talked to Steve about the salary, and I said, Steve, I can't do it. Megan was like, I don't know, 1.5 or 2 or something.
Yeah.
I said, I can't. He said, everybody recognizes the salary's a problem.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. They're going to take care of it in the next term. And they did.
Oh, well, there you go, right? It just didn't involve you.
And they made it reasonable that you could actually kind of Mari was working for a dad's restaurant and all of that, but they made it reasonable enough that we could have afforded it. And my parents lived in Boston, so I didn't have to drive back and forth to Attleboro every night. I could have stayed at my folks' house.
Yeah.
Heck, I could have taken the subway into the State House. So, Steve, I'm sorry.
Are you having one of those moments where you were like, all the things that I could have done?
Yeah, I think of it every 4 years because it's Steve's birthday. And I go, oh, no, by the way, Steve, one other thing. I'm sorry you didn't get the invitation to our wedding.
What was that about?
Well, we had to make some cuts. and I said, Steve's just going to come and go, because it was a weekend and he would have 100 places to be. And, he's going to come in and he's going to leave. So love Steve and all of that. But really,
Buddy, you didn't make the cut. What can we say?
And he didn't talk to me for a very long time.
Well, a lot of people are going through that this season, especially planning a wedding on the Cape Cod area looks like as far as dollars go. So
yes,
you're making some uncomfortable cuts right now for that June wedding of yours. I apologize. It's got to happen. It's what's going to happen.
Right.
Lindsay says, hello and good morning, Hank. She'll make you some muffins soon. Good morning, Mari.
Thank you. Whoop,
have you recovered?
She had a bit of a bumpy flight and she doesn't fly well.
Yeah, and she was alone too. So
she was alone too. I mean, she was flying with other people she knew, but they weren't sitting
but
together.
She didn't have you to squeeze.
Well, no, she didn't have me to squeeze. No. We usually sit across each other on the aisle and we hold hands across the aisle. And I'm thinking, if anyone has to run up and go to the bathroom, they're going to trip.
Ring around the rosy, these ones. Red Rover. You think you're going to the bathroom? You're not.
No, you're not. 1, 2, 3, jump.
So it's leap day.
Yep.
Just an extra day here in February because we needed that.
Oh, yeah. It is cold this morning.
Yeah. I'm not loving it. No one's ready for spring yet, but I thought we would talk about maybe some leap year facts.
Okay.
Did you know the first time that they even celebrated leap year?
Was when?
Julius Caesar actually was the first one who did it.
Really?
45 BC, everyone.
Why did he decide we needed a leap year?
I don't know.
I
don't
was
have the
Julius
rest of
Caesar.
that.
He could do whatever the heck he wanted.
That's
right?
it. I guess it's very unlucky. The Mediterraneans say that if you get married, you are likely to end in divorce if you get married on this year.
Oh. Well, I didn't get married.
Leap years are bad luck, everyone, apparently.
I don't think I got married. Well, obviously, I've been married 35 years, so I guess I didn't get married.
You're doing all right.
Yeah,
you're doing all
okay.
right.
We're doing okay.
Yeah, right. Also, traditionally, when women are encouraged to propose to men, I guess this tradition dates back to 1288 in Scotland, and the year it was made legal to practice where the woman could ask, but only on a leap year.
Wait, it was made legal?
Yes. Women were not allowed to propose marriage.
Oh, geez.
We didn't have anything to propose marriage with.
Well,
don't you remember? We were just...
That's true. And
we were just extra. We were for sale.
Right, and the guys wore skirts anyway, so whatever.
I do like those kilts. They're kind of cute.
Oh, stop it.
Hey, listen. Like a good man in a kilt. Got nothing wrong with it. There's a kilt maker in Provincetown that I know is doing e-for-all. Definitely going to send the hubby over there and have a conversation about that.
Hey,
I'm down for it.
You had an e-for-all meeting where you were going to be the mentor?
Yeah, that went fine.
It went fine?
Yeah. Good. It was our first meeting together. It'll be virtual from now on, but we met in person.
Good.
Yeah. So it was nice. Our team, it's a good little team. It's young. I think it's good to have new ideas and young.
How young be young?
One of the mentors is fresh out of college.
Oh, in the mentoring? Very cool.
Yeah. Yep. And this is specifically what she went to school for, is what this woman who is building her empire at 57 is doing.
Oh, okay.
So I love it. It's actually a good fun team. I'm looking forward to it.
Good.
Yes, you came with the dowry. Thank you, RTB. I didn't come with any dowry. I'll tell you that right now. Dad's like, take her, go.
Your charming personality in winning ways.
Wow, Cliff really won. RTB, did you see that they're trying to make a remake of Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead with Nicole Richie? No. Sometimes you don't need to remake a movie. Sometimes movies are just perfect the way they are, and you need to leave them as they are.
You don't have to remake most of the movies to get remade.
That's fair.
Really, you don't.
Yeah, the new Mean Girls didn't need to happen.
Oh, no,
we don't need a new Don't Tell Mom. I know. No. Capital exclamation point.
No, Mean Girls is tanked already.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
It's not on my list of things to see in between my crappy show of Love is Blind right now. And I did watch SNL from the weekend. It wasn't great. Cliff still gets mad about it.
Why?
Well, because I make him pay $80 a month just so I can watch SNL. I want the live TV.
Okay.
And I can't wait for like 2 or 3 days before it comes out. And then it's just in the general population. I need it that night or the next day. And this latest week was Shane Gillis, who was fired from SNL for being inappropriate. Happens to be one of my husband's favorite comedians. So he sat there watching it. And I did exactly what he does to me when we watch the program, and I'm happy. Do you like that? Is that good? Did you think that was funny? After every skit. So I did it right back to him this week.
Did he stay awake?
No. And it wasn't funny.
Oh, jeez. I hear that a lot. I mean, I can't stay awake that late now. But anytime I talk to anybody about SNL, it's like, man, it wasn't funny.
Exactly. Yes, Serafina, let's not get right on top of that, Rose. I concur. We don't need another Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. We don't need it. So we lost some people yesterday. Kind of like upsetting yesterday with the Stacey Wakefield news.
Yeah.
Those poor kids. Tim Wakefield's wife, by the way, if you didn't hear yesterday.
Yeah, when it was announced that he had brain cancer, and it certainly seemed like he was going to be fine, and from all the stories that you heard, he expected to be fine.
Yeah.
Alex Cora told a story that he stopped by the clubhouse and he was full of optimism, and he said, "I'll see you in a couple weeks." And but they announced then that Stacey had pancreatic cancer.
Awful.
And 4 months later, she's gone.
I do remember that whole thing because somebody said something out of turn. I guess it was Kurt
Oh,
Schilling,
Kurt Schilling was the one who announced it,
right?
and he shouldn't have, because Wakefield was going around confiding in, in
Certain people.
certain people who he was close to, like Kurt Schilling. And yeah, Kurt
I
Schilling.
remember Veritek's wife like lit
was
on fire. She
furious.
was so mad.
Oh, she's a spitfire.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love her.
She is. She is. And speaking of to digress just a little, spitfires, Jen Royal doesn't know when to shut up, does she? Do you guys know who Jen Royal is?
I saw the situation. Maybe you can explain from the top to the bottom.
Jen Royal used to be a sports reporter, fairly well known. She opened up a restaurant in the North End. She was even a special on the Food Channel, and you have to put down a deposit with your reservation because it's a small restaurant.
Yes, sports reporting opened up her own restaurant.
Right. So you have to put down a deposit of like, I don't know, $250.
It's a small restaurant,
whatever.
and it really hurts when you lose a table.
Right.
When people last minute cancel. I
Right.
get it. Everyone in the industry does.
Yeah. And she buys fresh that day and everything. And if people don't show up, sometimes she takes to social media to criticize them. And this time her undies are all in a bunch because someone who canceled is then using their credit card insurance to pay the $250.
Right.
She's getting her $250. Where it's coming from, she shouldn't give a hoot. But she's like all over social, all over everywhere.
Well, she called the person pathetic. And I thought that was absolutely disgusting and in such poor taste because that person actually did end up in the hospital. It's not like they just randomly were like, I'm not going to dinner there. And they used their credit card insurance. So she called them pathetic. So yeah, she's gruff. And it doesn't sound like a restaurant I would want to dine in anyway. No loss there. And apparently she was no loss for sports reporting either.
No. I mean, I guess she's a good chef. She has been on some of the, Food Network competition shows and everything. But yeah, you can't
That's
do
a business practice that I'm like, just be quiet and take your money.
Right. You got the money, honey. Be quiet. Who cares where it came from?
Yeah, that bothered me a little bit. I saw that.
I mean, why would you
take
take to social media to talk about it? I mean,
because she gets noticed. She gets free press that way. And she has learned to have people check out a restaurant and support her more for sometimes the negative stuff or to go and see it for themselves.
Right. And
because
I guess
we are all looky-loos when it comes to stuff that's going on in the world. What's happening? Why am I not involved?
Right.
I want to be involved.
And I guess it's good. I mean, it's been there for a while now.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's a fly by night. She's been there, I don't know, 4 or 5 years maybe. And I mean, that's a tough restaurant environment up in the North End in Boston.
Yeah.
If you're not good, you're gone.
I disagree. I feel like all of them have gotten really not that great. I've been very disappointed the last few times we've dined up there.
Oh,
I know. I'm like, you know what? There are better places closer by. That's all I'm going to say about that.
I mean, I like Federal Hill a lot.
Yeah. Honestly, I forgot how many great restaurants are down in that little area, and it's only 45 minutes away. It's a little bit closer than Boston. So
yeah, and it's become much more diverse up on Federal
yeah,
Hill
definitely.
Now. You can find pretty much anything that you want, and that's great.
Any kind of cuisine. More in baseball news, I saw that Maxine Drinkwater Simmons passed away.
Really?
87 years old. She was the catalyst for A League of Their Own, one of my most favorite baseball movies, or just movies in general. Tom Hanks, Madonna. I mean, it really was just such a well-casted.
Oh, that was a
Penny
great
Marshall.
Cast. That was a great cast. Oh my
Knock
God.
It Out of the Park movie, but it really did center on a real-life story, and that was Maxine Drinkwater Simmons. And she was eventually inducted into the actual Baseball Hall of Fame and honored there. But I thought that was sad. She's 87. She lived a good life.
Yep. And there can't be that many of them left.
No, from that baseball league, the all-girls baseball league.
Right.
That was inspired once again. And really one of the best written, acted, well-produced movie.
Absolutely.
Chef's Kiss to You, Penny Marshall.
Yep.
So, and then we lost another person yesterday. I was like, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's enough.
Yep. Wrong.
Well, RTB had texted me and he's like, oh no, Richard Lewis. And he brought up an interesting fact of the fact that Richard Lewis, 76, which is now the new average lifespan of an American man. I didn't look at you long. I'm sorry. I looked away.
Thank you for mentioning that.
But it's the first time we've dipped in life expectancy.
Yes. Yeah. It used to be 78, 79 on average, but now it's 76. Thank you, COVID.
Was it COVID? Is it just, I don't know. Is it the microplastics?
I don't know.
I guess they're doing studies on it. Blood work in Hyannis, I was volunteered to be studied from 2006 to 2016 to see how many microplastics were in our bloodstreams.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. It's becoming a serious problem. I did see that boiling and filtering does get rid of microplastics.
Okay.
So there is hope for us. It's just the fact that, sometimes our town waters aren't as good as they could be.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look at him. Sorry, I won't look at you. I will not say anything.
All right.
And I think that's it for our death report. Anybody in their death leagues who can chuck those people out of your way.
I used to be in one of those.
Of course you were.
Years and years ago.
Tori is also in one of those.
Yep.
We'll be back with new episodes coming next month. But
good.
I haven't talked to her very much. We've been passing ships. But that was one of her favorite things, the Death League. So I'm curious if she's still participating or not.
And I have to give a shout out to the Dunkin' Donuts that time forgot.
You were a little bitter yesterday.
Well, so wasn't the coffee. 3 times it took me, 3 stops at Dunkin' Donuts to almost get my coffee right.
Horror.
And I ended up throwing it out.
Humanity.
The Dunkin' Donuts that time forgot. Got it right.
Excellent. Coffee drinkers, rejoice this morning. I saw the more coffee you drink, the less likely it is that you will have type 2 diabetes. I don't know what the percentage or the ratios are, but if it's another excuse to have your coffee, have your coffee.
Good
and
to
have
know.
it right.
And have it right. Please have it right. There's nothing worse than a nice coffee that tastes like it's the bottom of the pot.
Well, it's what happens sometimes in that region.
Yes.
They're not always kings, I'm telling you.
Right. And then some coffee place, I put it up on Facebook, of course, because that's what we all do. And some new coffee place that I hadn't heard of in Dennis jumped on and said, come down and get coffee from us. And
was it Press Ahead?
Oh, I don't remember.
3 Fins?
I don't remember. Hang on.
I'm sure it's Jim. I'm sure it's Jim Pressman over at Press Ahead Coffee.
Let me see.
He's not missing a moment right now to capitalize on social media, which I'm proud of you, buddy. New E for all crop, by the way.
Press Ahead. It's Press Ahead Coffee.
Yep, I called it.
Yep.
Jim is not missing a moment to self-promote, and I appreciate it.
Jim, you're a little far away for me to go for morning.
No,
coffee,
he's a mobile coffee.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a mobile coffee truck.
Oh, so where do I find you around?
You're going to be finding him in our Mashpee markets at some point soon. So
really?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay. Okay. Could you post your schedule, Jim? I mean, I'm always looking for I can't abandon the folks at Dunkin' Donuts time forgot, but I'm looking for a second place because I apparently can't go anywhere else.
Mari likes Cape Cod coffee.
Yeah. Yes, she does.
Oh, make sure to get your dunks today. 4 times points. Today only. Thank you, app goers. What did we do before the apps?
Oh, God, I don't know. What did we do before so much?
Hey, Lauren, what's up? Thanks for joining us this morning. It's Hank. It's Stephanie. We got a lot happening this weekend. We've got our cabin fever. We've got a fundraiser happening over at Knockabout on Sunday, Safe Sandwich Road now. Mm-hmm. And we are thinking spring. Like, I'm ready. My question of the day today is, what are you looking forward to most in March? And everybody said April.
Well, of course, that's my birthday, and that's Mariana's birthday. So, of course, you should be looking forward to April.
Yeah, I'm looking for a little spring. I felt like yesterday was kind of nice, though. I feel like it melted the rest of the snow.
Yeah.
It also exposed all of the work I need to do in my yard extra. Right. So I was like, oh, can we just cover that back up? It was just a little, just a little longer.
That's the good thing about snow. It covers all the...
Right. Nice fresh blanket. Nothing to see here, folks.
Right.
Now it's melted and it's a disaster under there.
So you just have to organize the tribe for like Saturday afternoon, and you can whip right through that.
Yeah. We just definitely don't have that happening for us this weekend or any weekend. March is bananas. It's St. Patty's. So on the Cape, we tend to celebrate it for the entire month of March. It is Patty's Bonanza. I've got Patty's parties on the 9th. Our big parade here on the Cape is on the 9th. We've got festivities for Patty's weekend all weekend long going on at Knockabout. Even the following weekend, there are festivities.
Really?
Just everybody is green here.
Mhm.
We're okay with it for a little bit.
Yeah.
I need to see a little green. Right now it's gray and drab. And then what is it? We're 10 days away from the sunset being at 7 o'clock before it's I know that's exciting, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Something to be excited for. I was asking you about baseball. We were talking about baseball because I always equate that with spring.
Yeah.
All right, something new to watch, even though there's nothing worse than watching April baseball. It just looks like it's uncomfortable and it hurts.
And the and the new uniforms they're wearing, they're feeling uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the new uniforms are from Nike, I think, and Fanatics, and they're
Little
not-
form fitting.
Yeah, they're form fitting, and they're not the right material, and apparently the pants are see through.
Oh, maybe a reason to watch baseball this season. Let's go.
Yeah, none of the players are happy with them. They've started wearing their old uniform pants from before because they just don't like the see-through pants.
Red Sox ain't going nowhere. Devers called out the team.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah. Devers called out the team, and I was saying to Steffi before we went on,
What's up, Nate?
I would watch preseason baseball. I mean, I would turn on the game at those first two games when they play Northeastern and Boston College. I haven't turned them on.
Even as background noise.
Even as background noise.
Yeah.
I was working at home yesterday. Could have turned. I think they were on. Could have turned. No interest. No interest, and that's awful.
Yeah. That's not like you.
Because I've been a fan forever, literally almost as long as I've been alive, which is a very long time.
A bit of time.
A bit of time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really discouraging.
I'm just looking forward to. I'm seeing all the buds around the house, little crocuses and stuff popping
Yeah,
up.
they're
I'm getting
starting to-
excited.
Yeah, but you know what? If we get that March freeze, we're gonna lose them all.
Yep. What are you gonna do?
Oh.
It's Cape Cod and it's spring. I did get to go and see the unveiling from the Cape Cod Chamber last night. Beautiful Pelham House celebration.
Oh, I love the Pelham House.
Yep. So we were there and lots of food being passed around, lots of people that I haven't seen in a really long time, all the different chambers there bopping in. And they unveiled their new branding. Very nice. It is a fingerprint. So it's kind of like it's a little circle, it's a little fingerprint, and all the lines are all the towns of the Cape
Oh, really?
for the different chambers. It's kind of cute the way they did it. And they unveiled their video and Cape Cod Truly Yours. It's pretty. And I feel like it's a more sophisticated Cape Cod.
Mm-hmm.
No more lighthouses and all the silliness of the tchotchkes of Cape Cod, the one that you find in your Nana's bathrooms with
Right,
all of her
right.
seashells and her netting and whatnot. And I apologize if you have a Cape Cod bathroom. It's just 2024.
We see them all the time. Actually, Cape Cod bathrooms are going to start to go away because there's no Christmas tree shop.
I know. What are people doing now?
We could walk into anybody's house and go, "Oh yeah, Christmas tree shop." Okay, decorated by Christmas tree shop. Fine.
Where are you getting your Cape Cod fix from now?
I don't know. I don't know where all that stuff
How are you
went.
going to decorate?
You know, the seashells and the whole thing. But talking about the pictures of Cape Cod or whatever.
Yeah.
There's a page on Facebook called, I think it's called Cape Cod Photography, and excuse me, and there's all the photos, the sunsets of the beaches and everything else. And someone went on the other day and said, "Why do you only just post pretty pictures of Cape Cod? Why don't you post essentially the underside of Cape Cod? There are homeless people here, and there are this and that and blah blah blah, and it's kind of like I can't look at this anymore because I know this isn't the real Cape Cod."
Well,
and everybody was like, "What?"
I don't think you're going to post pictures of unhoused people against their will. Like, that's just rude.
And by the way, they usually don't like to have their picture taken.
That's what I'm saying.
I know that.
You're going to randomly take people's photos to show whatever. I don't know. That's just weird because we post things that we like to see. I did have an issue with one of the people on the Cape Cod photography page taking a picture of one of my clients' business and then kind of acting like it was his.
Oh,
And it was very bizarre. And I called him out on it.
I didn't see that. I
It
must
was
have missed
it
that.
was really, really bizarre. I had to have several conversations with this person. And I don't know if he's continuing to do so, but I'm just blocked. But every once in a while I'll look at a different profile of
Right.
ours for work and I'm like,
Yeah.
this guy, something else. So it's just someone that like walks by the business and acts as if it's his home. It's very weird.
Wait a
I
minute.
mean, it's a public business.
Wait a minute. He walks by the business, pretends it's his, and takes his picture in front of it.
Yeah. Well, no, not his photo. The photo of the business.
And then writes a caption or something. That
Yeah.
matches.
Oh, we love spring here. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay.
Oh. Okay.
It's very weird.
Why would you do that?
I mean, it is a public place. It is a B&B. It's not like it's just like some random place. They love their photo taken for sure.
And it's photogenic, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And since he is physically taking the photos, they are his photos.
Right.
So
And
it's
he's
just,
not standing on their property.
it's just really weird. No.
Oh, I'm going to have to go look for that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the whole
I didn't-
John, the whole world is weird.
I didn't catch that.
Not to say we're not weird. I just thought that that's kind of strange to claim that this is your home somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just very odd. And Mari said, I just might watch baseball this year. Is this her saying that because you're not?
Oh, I'll eventually start to watch it because I don't know what else to do. But you know, I don't know. I don't know. It's very, very frustrating, and we'll leave it at that.
All right. I know I'm not into sports anyway, so I'm kind of over all the whole
Well,
thing.
except your son.
Well, he's not even doing a sport. I said, you're not just going to sit in your bedroom and rot. There was an interesting parenting discussion online yesterday that I found myself into quicksand because it's always the comments. You got to go right for the comments to see what everybody else is doing. And it's always this one. It's always a riot in there. There's one on this side. There's one communicating with this one that people are fighting. And it's just a post saying, should you force your child to do a sport, an activity, do an instrument, do a thing that they don't want to do? And I feel like there is an initial push to do something because I feel like sometimes kids don't want to do anything.
Yes, no, they don't want to do anything.
Right. So I feel like there's a lot of encouragement that has to happen to get them to take that first step. To force them continuously over time, aren't you just beating yourself up over that? But he does have to do something.
Right.
I said there is an activity that's going to happen, whether you go back to the CrossFit gym, whether you're going to lift weights with your team and get ready for the fall, but you're not going to rot in your bedroom playing video games all afternoon every day for a whole season.
I mean,
now
that's the challenge. The challenge is playing the video games. Not so much because they're playing the video games. The challenge is because that's how they communicate and hang out now.
It is true. It is. That's where all their friends are.
You know, nobody goes to anybody's house anymore.
It's very rare.
Yeah, it's like, I mean.
I didn't even tell you that story.
Okay.
Speaking of going to someone's house, Cody's got a bunch of the boys that he does all of his sports with. And two of them, they're just very, very funny. And they're all goofballs together.
Mm-hmm.
They stayed with us for the Super Bowl.
Right.
Remember, I had my pack
of
boys. We had a great time.
Right.
Well, I was at Dino's on Monday doing trivia. And Asia, one of our friend Cliff's wife, she just got back from Iraq, did her tour, and she's like, is your son friends with CJ? I said, yeah, why? He was at my house the other day asking for snacks. I was like, what?
Wait a minute. Your son was at someone else's house asking for
So I'm
snacks?
like, I'm going to need the full story here because they ate my house out of house and home. I'm like, trust me, they were well fed. They didn't need to go begging for snacks, especially in a place they never knew. So they were running around the neighborhood on the snow day. Mm-hmm. And our friend Cliff opened the door and he was like, oh, you guys looking to shovel for money? I'll give you a couple of bucks. They're like, no, but we are hungry though. So Cliff shuts the door. He goes back in the house. He gets him a bunch of snacks.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm like, you guy, I cannot believe. And I called my son out. I said, you went to a random stranger's house and asked for snacks. We told CJ to do it. It was a dare, but he ended up knowing the kid, so it was fine. I'm like, well, we know the parents too. And now you're the weirdo kid that knocked on a stranger's door asking for snacks. Don't do that. Good God. Nate said, what about George Santos? I don't know where I came into this conversation. And I did, oh my God. Yeah, shovel. No, we're here for snacks. Exactly, Dan.
No,
ridiculous.
Nobody shovels anymore.
You would have thought these 3 well-bodied, abled boys would be able to help and assist some of the neighborhood. They weren't out there trying to make a couple of bucks. They're having a snow day like everybody else.
That's right.
We rarely get them here on Cape Cod, so I'm glad that they got an opportunity to.
I mean, we used to use snow days to make money.
Right?
You know?
Stealing snacks.
Stealing snacks. Is it me or is it you?
It's you.
It's me.
It's okay.
Sometimes it's you.
Happens.
Sometimes it's me.
That's it. Happens to the best of us. Yeah, I meant to have to ask you about when you were talking in your political realm of all the
Yes.
things that could have been. I saw that Mitch McConnell, the longest serving Senate leader in history, is finally leaving.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, he should have stepped down.
I feel like we all need just like a good shake up, like a snow globe. Can we just snow globe it, get some new bodies in there all around?
Yep. Too many
fresh meat.
Too many older people.
Mm-hmm.
Not there's anything wrong with being old, trust me. But yeah, he hasn't looked well in a long time, and there have been incidents in press conferences and stuff where he just like freezes, and they say, "Oh, he was just feeling a little faint." No, he wasn't feeling a little faint.
Yeah.
I used to have seizures when I was younger. He was having a seizure. I know what that looks like.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, he was having a seizure.
I try not to watch anything
the
really
kind of
from
like,
the government.
But yeah.
New and younger bodies. Yes, I agree. Thank you, Linda. We all agree.
I wish I had a new and younger body as well.
Don. Yeah, we used to shovel for cigarette money.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, the good old days. We grew up at a different time. We really did. Now our kids are all like having their big, giant, dumb cupped water and going on wellness retreats.
Hey, Don, I won't give him till 2025. Okay.
We shoveled for butts.
Don wrote 2027. He will be dead. I'm going to give him till 2025.
Oh yeah. All right then.
What's the over under? Okay. There's got to be a.
I don't even know.
Well, we're talking about Deadpool.
It's another
so.
death pool. Take a look at it. Different than Deadpool. It's the death pool.
Right. Pick the top 100 names of people you think are going to pass away within the year.
Oh, his term is over in 2027. Oh, then I saw something different. I thought he was leaving early.
No, I still won't give him till I'll give him till 2025.
Well, I saw, speaking of dead people, that Matthew Perry, somebody spoofed his social media accounts.
No.
So he came back to life and was tweeting everybody and talking to people and definitely freaked everybody out.
And Richard Lewis. We didn't talk about Richard Lewis, did we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we did? Okay.
We did.
All right.
Are we done with dead people?
I wanted to make sure we covered them all because it was a list today. Oh, my goodness.
I know. Merriam-Webster, yes, the dictionary, said that it's okay to now end sentences with prepositions. Their exact quote, "It is permissible in English for a proposition to be at the end of your sentence."
Well, that certainly blows things up.
Guys, I don't even know how to talk anymore, apparently. We don't know how to write anymore. We don't know how to talk, and everything's changing.
There are English teachers all over the world going, we used to make our bones with the red marker and go, oh, the preposition at the end of the sentence, rewrite it.
My husband ordered a pack of those the other day. It helps him when he corrects trivia. I'm like, oh, okay, Cliff. He needs the red marker. Like, I think that's scarred for life. Here he comes. He heard me speaking his praises. We've got trivia tonight going on over at 10 Pin Eatery. Come join us for a little bit of fun, a little bit of trivia, a little bit of music bingo.
Is it
6
actually you?
until 8.
Actually
It's actually us. It's us tonight. Every other is where you'll get me, and the others, you get him. He's fun. Cliff does a really good job.
I'm sure he does.
He threw out his back. He went to the chiropractor yesterday, so he's walking a little bit better today.
Right.
He was very ginger in his movement yesterday.
Except sometimes when you go to the chiropractor, you feel worse in the beginning.
Yeah, he looks like he got hit by a car. He's pretty bruised today.
Right,
It's
right.
like, what do they do to you?
But it works out. I mean, we go to the chiropractor once every 3 weeks or once a month or something. And, sometimes like, and you go, oh, that feels good. And then you move and you go,
I can't.
what did he do?
I have this like, I have a hard time listening to those cracks. It just does something to me. It upsets me.
Yeah.
I don't like the crackling. Good morning, Miss Emily. Thanks for joining us on the show today.
I have trouble with one of my knees, and I didn't expect it. And he was working on the knee, and all of a sudden it was this, and I went, and I said, what was that? He said, oh, that was just your knee. I popped it back.
I'd be out of that office. No.
Does it hurt anymore? And I went, no, it doesn't. He said, well, see, I put it back in place.
No, can't do it.
Oh, there's something to be said for that. I always think about my dad. My dad had a bad back forever. And we always tried to convince my dad to go to a chiropractor. And he's like, I don't want to get my neck cracked. Well, long story short.
I like your dad's voice.
Oh, you would have loved my dad. That's a whole other story. All the ladies love my dad. But he always had a bad back. And as he got older, bad back, finally went to the doctor. And come to find out, it was cancer.
Oh.
And I've always thought, Dad, if you went to the chiropractor,
would they have known?
The chiropractor would have worked on you and said, you know what? There's something else going on here. But he
stubborn old guy.
Stubborn old guy.
It's the stubborn old guy syndrome.
Yep.
It's better than I don't know which is better, stubborn old guy syndrome or the comedian that Cliff and I talked about, Nate Bargatze, where he was talking about how his dad loves surgeries. I feel like my dad is at the doctor every day. He's like, oh, I've got the this, we've got the that. I've got another surgery coming up on the this.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I think he just loves it. He just loves going.
Right.
He likes to be, checked out, poked, prodded. And I think at this point in his life, he's had everything replaced.
Right.
So I think he's good to go for like a solid, 20 or 30 more years. He's got new everything.
So who was looking for a young guy with new parts? Wow. Linda? Her dad. He's got new parts
all
anyway.
New parts. He's good to go. Got a new lease on life, that one. Seriously. I know. I can't wait for Cabin Fever either. It's going to be a super fun party. We are doing it at Saturday. Sea Dog, I'm not sure what the ticket status is. Yesterday, Eventbrite went down. It popped back up. And it looked like we were near sold out. So I haven't looked this morning at all.
Excellent.
Before I've assembled some of our pods together. So
and you'll get a chance to meet some of the Lemonadio people.
All of the Lemonadio staff will be there, I believe. So
wow, excellent.
I know. We'll see what everybody's going to be doing. There's going to be snacks. There's going to be a good time.
Oh, snacks?
T-shirt. Yep,
is Cody
snacks.
Coming?
No. No. So don't worry. There'll be plenty for everybody.
Okay.
We'll be good. And the Midnight Society is going to be playing, and they really are just.
I've never heard them.
They're awesome. They're a cover band, but they go. They just go. They don't stop. They don't really take very many breaks. And they can pretty much do anything. Their lead singer is a female that can pretty much hit any octave. And she just is fabulous. So I cannot wait for it.
So they're not like the Baja Brothers who who take more breaks as the night goes on. 3
songs and then horns on tables. And I'm not knocking the Bajas. I absolutely love them to pieces. Just when the tequila's flowing, the work is less. That's
right.
All.
Right.
That's all. They're fun though.
Oh yeah, fun. But I think you said once you have to go in the beginning,
right,
and just go along with them.
Correct.
So that as they
when they're drinking out of their handle of tequila, because that's how they drink it neat.
Right.
Straight from the bottle.
So you can move along with them, so it doesn't bother you when you get to the end of the night. And
yep. You're right there with them.
I hadn't seen them. A friend of mine, someone who I used to work with, her uncle was one of the Baja Brothers, and when we worked in Taunton, and I had never seen them, and I heard that they were really, really great, and we caught up with them one night, very late in the set, and they were playing, and I thought to myself, really? Really? These guys suck.
They're not. They're so fun though. If you've not seen them.
But it was obvious that
you have to watch the progression. That's all.
Right. And after a while I figured, okay, these guys are in the tank. 1 and 2, they're too old to be in the tank.
You're never too old to have a good time, Hank. Never too old.
Particularly if you have new parts.
Yeah, exactly. NBC is planning a 2-hour primetime special to salute Jimmy Fallon, his 10th year
Oh my gosh.
as the Tonight Show host.
We did the Jimmy Fallon ride when we were in Universal.
You did?
Still cool.
That's brand new, right?
No, it was there when we were in Florida 7 years ago. It was there.
Was it?
Yeah.
I remember doing that, and we were there fairly recently.
Yeah. 10 years, Jimmy Fallon.
Mm-hmm. As the Tonight Show host.
He seems to have his act together again. There's not a lot of complaints or stories about Jimmy Fallon.
Well, his personal life is in shambles, apparently.
Oh, really?
I don't think things are great with his wife right now, but his career is great.
He's a handful. I mean, seriously, he's a handful. Yeah, I mean, he's a handful, though.
He's funny.
Oh, yeah. And he's so talented, and he can do so many things. He's got to be a handful personally.
He popped up on SNL fairly recently and was doing his Bee Gees skit, and him and Justin Timberlake were Bee Gees.
Oh, geez.
It was really good. It's actually one of my really most favorite skits that they do together. And the two of them just riff on each other, and they're very, very funny about it. So
yeah.
Walt Disney put their 2025 tickets on sale. And guess what? The prices are going up, everybody.
Do they say how much, or is it going to be a surprise?
Disney's Animal Kingdom has gone from 109 to 119. I think $10 for everything.
$10.
Everything is $10 more.
Yep. Well, when you go to Disney now, you really got to pick and choose. You know, you can't do a 4-day upper pass or anything. That's what we did at Universal, and we probably paid. Well, we did pay too much, but we were only there for the day.
Yeah.
And we didn't want to pick and choose.
Right. So you just do the hopper and it's go, go, go. Get your 5 favorite things and get to the next one.
Right.
This is how we operate.
Yeah.
Me, I'm definitely my mother's daughter when it comes to getting all the things done on a time crunch. Let's go. We're going to go see this one. We're going to go see this one. We're going to go see this one. Everybody break. Let's get all the fun things in.
Right. Right. But I didn't get to see the Lorax.
No?
No. We saw him, we walked by him, and Mariana's a big fan of the Lorax. And I said, we got to go back. And she, yeah. And then, do you want to go back? No, I love the Lorax.
Well, I mean, she's kind of old for it now.
So what does that say about me?
No, I mean, Dr. Seuss is a classic.
Yes. Okay. So I'm a classic.
Yeah. Right. That's it. You're a classic.
Yep. But it was in one place. It was the Lorax. It was the Cat in the Hat, and I forget who the third one was. And they were all standing right there together. And I got all excited.
Of course you did.
Of course I did.
That's in the Duff beer section, right? The Simpsons area. I think it's all like one into the next.
Yeah. I mean, but I've gone through 2 generations of reading those stories. I read them to Meg. Now I've read them to Mariana, and I don't know. And I like the Lorax movie. I don't have a lot of patience for movies, but I like the Lorax movie too.
Oh, it's cute and it has a nice message. RTB says, by the way, it is not the greatest place on earth. And now it's more expensive.
Yep.
And Mari said, oh yeah, that's right. Classic, all right.
Yeah. Well, I could be legendary.
That's it. Good morning, Jackie.
Take your pick, classic or legendary.
And Lauren says, remember, nothing is cracking. It's just trapped air bubbles. Good morning, Liz. I cannot wait to shake and boogie with you on Saturday. Looking forward to our cabin fever party. It is to benefit Habitat for Humanity, always accepting donations to Habitat for Humanity. They've got their cars program, which they are going to be taking my Honda. I think Cliff emptied it. That's probably where he threw his back out.
Oh, emptying the car?
Well, he was using it as a mobile tool shed. I think he took his tools out of there, so now it's ready to go. It's ready to be picked up.
Okay.
So Habitat, come get her. I'm going to schedule a time for them to come pick that up.
Well, I'm just grateful you're not calling that other thing with the stupid jingle that I won't mention because you can't get it out of your head.
Oh, no, I'm definitely not. They're never getting anything of mine. If you've got that much money to have a jingle package paid for, you don't need my car donation.
Right.
Kids.
And they have to buy that airtime.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's just not a TV station or whatever dropping in a PSA because they want to do something good.
Yeah.
They have to say they support community organizations. That stuff's being bought.
Mm-hmm.
Just like St. Jude.
Mm-hmm.
God bless St. Jude. They do wonderful work, but they're paying for that advertising.
Yeah. Doesn't it bother you when nonprofits pay for promotions? I don't know. I don't love it.
Yeah. It's kind of...
I do understand that you have to be reminded that it's out there.
Right.
Because there's a sea of people out there looking to get your money. I get it.
Right. And you can't.
And they're all doing great things.
right?
I get it.
And not everybody is good at getting free media.
Yeah.
So, and I
Well,
don't know.
what's her face over there at the restaurant could teach you how to get some free media. She does for herself all the time. The rotten sports reporter we already talked
Jen
about.
Royal, yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's ways to get, if you have good communications people working for you, we can get you tons of free media.
We're happy to help you. Just call us.
Happy to help. I mean, for a small
Couple of
fee
sandwiches.
to defray expenses,
Nothing big.
nothing big. Just we'll help you get the free media. But it's and there's not a lot of places. The other struggle is there's not a lot of places for people to go.
I know.
And I'm having a meeting next week with one of the organizations that you've worked closely with someone who's working with them, to help them to try to get them to figure out how to get some free media.
Yeah. Yep. It happens.
You
just got to get out there and talk to people. I
Right.
think that's the best way, is to lean into your community, whether
Right.
it's your local chamber of commerce, whether it's your local group of nonprofits. Just get out there and actually talk to people. You'd be surprised how many people actually want to help you.
Right.
Lean into your community, everybody.
And it's not as easy as it used to be back in when I was doing, public relations work and everything for United Way. First of all, we were United Way, so we commanded, attention. But the media outlets today aren't required really to do, I don't want to say local programming, but to show they're involved in the
Well,
community.
there's not a lot of live anymore either.
Run PSAs and everything else. So it's really hard to get noticed in the local newspapers. Well, we all know where they're at. So it's really hard to get noticed. So it goes to some of the other things that you're talking about. You've got to get up and out and, talk to people and let them know that you're there and the good stuff that you're doing.
I
And
had
you're right.
4 mini meetings at a chamber event last night. I was like, I got a lot accomplished today. And I was
Right.
just here looking at a brand rollout.
Right.
Hey, you. Let's do this. Cards. I was
Right.
like, great. Perfect.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Using the networking, people.
Right. Because the Cape is a good community.
It is. We really are. We do help our own. And it is really nice to know how many people are out there
Oh, yeah.
looking for it. Make sure you contact us here at Lemonadio. We're always happy to talk about what's going on in your neck of the woods. And I truly, sincerely mean it. We'll have you on the show. We'll talk about it. We'll let everybody know what's going on, and we'll help you any which way we can. What do you got coming up on lunch break?
Well, it's Thursday.
Oh, date night.
So it's date night. So we're going to talk about the top movies in the theaters. And number one is actually a movie I want to see.
Which is?
It's the Bob Marley movie.
I do want to see the Bob Marley movie.
Yeah.
It's got mixed reviews. I like to go in fresh and not have the reviews sway me.
Well, I guess one of the complaints is there's a Jamaican accent.
Oh, okay.
And people are having a hard time.
That it's a falsified Jamaican accent.
And are having a hard time with the accent. Some are understanding it. Some, of course, are offended by it.
That's fair. To be frank, when you hear someone emulating a Massachusetts accent, it's cringe if it's not good. It's not good.
Right. Oh, yeah. Now, talk about the Jamaican accent. We're going to hear it all summer here.
Oh, yeah. My J1s.
Yes.
I'm very excited for them. They're coming in May. I'm looking forward to it. A couple of girls. Got our Jamaican girls. This will be the first time we've had Jamaican girls. And I love the fact that obviously they're level 10 English speakers.
Right.
So it will be a different summer altogether for having them with us.
Right. But they'll have the accent, though.
I'm excited for it.
Oh, yeah. And will they work at Dunk's?
Yeah. Yep. Yes. They'll be making your coffee.
They'll be making my coffee. Okay.
I'll let them know.
Yeah.
We'll have coffee workshops upstairs before we let them
Right.
get to
This
Dunk's.
is how Hank likes his coffee. Do it right so he won't come on the air.
They're going to give you a hard time. I love it.
I know. That's okay. That's okay. Actually, I go through that drive-through so much now. I've gone through so much. I misordered the coffee one day. I ordered something that I used to order and I don't anymore. And I ordered it. And the woman who's the manager over there now was on the speaker and she said, "Are you sure you want that?" And I went, actually, no, thank you.
See, she knew your order better than you did because she
Right.
knew your voice already.
She knew my voice and they got the little camera there. And you really don't want that, do you? No, actually, I don't.
Too funny.
Yep.
You can always follow us on all of our social medias, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss a moment of what's going on here at the station. Tomorrow on the show, RTB joins me.
Hey,
I know, and it's been quite a time since we've been able to spend a morning together. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And like I said, we got a jam-packed weekend with Cabin Fever, our Safe Sandwich Road Now fundraiser that we're doing over at Knockabout on Sunday. And then we're getting ready to roll. We're hitting March hard because it's Patty's. And there's just going to be a lot of Irish celebrations and shenanigans about. So
shenanigans.
if you want to keep up with all of our events, you can go to eventsoncape.com. There will be a full listing and schedule of all of our new games. We're adding another trivia night over at Cape Cod Beer, so we'll be there twice in a week.
Is it going to be Brie again?
No, we're one of our new hires. I met her and worked with her last night. Her name is Brooke.
Okay.
We're really excited to add her to the roster of our hosts. And we've got Nate coming along. We've got Amina coming along. So some new people, some new faces, and definitely some new games. Emily has been working really hard behind the scenes on organizing us just a little bit so that we're functioning a little more feng shui. We're getting there.
Everything takes time.
I know. And we're in the final stages of getting ready for our big announcement here at Lemonadio, which is pretty exciting stuff coming to the town of Mashpee. I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah,
but
big stuff. Big stuff.
I
folks.
honestly, it was really exciting to walk into a room yesterday and some finer bigwigs here on the Cape were like, "Hey, you're doing this," and I'm like, "Oh, you know, yes, I need your money." I'm going to ask you for a favor. I need it. I'll pay you back at some other time.
Right,
No,
right. No, seriously, folks, it's going to be great. It really is.
I'm super thrilled about it, and I cannot wait to bring it to you. Stay tuned is all I have to say on that front. Have a great Thursday, everybody. One day before the weekend. I don't know what you're going to do on a leap day, but you won't have to do it again for another 4 years. Mm-hmm. Daylight savings time coming up too.
Thank goodness.
I don't know. It's ripped away from me in the morning.
Right.
Like we're finally. Oh.
Well, the only problem is with the sun coming up early. That means the kids are going to be up even. The kids, our pets, are not any small children we have.
The fur children.
The fur children are going to be up even earlier. And as you know, they wake me up because they know there's no point in waking anyone else up.
Yeah. That's it. Get to work, Papa.
Right.
Have a great day, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.
See you later, kids.
Bye. Hank is coming up next.